I'm not a very good grandfather. Parang I was wasting my time. I could be doing something else more productive. So bumitaw ako. Hindi ko rin alam kung saan napunta yung buhay ko.
Magandang araw Pilipinas at sa ating mga kababayan sa ibang bansa. Welcome to TikTok with Aster Amoyo. Sa araw nito mga kaibigan ay isa na naman pong special na celebrity ang ating makakakwentuhan. A very good actor, a singer, songwriter, composer, musician. Mga kaibigan, ang nag-iisang Jaime Fabregas!
Salamat, Aster. Hayop sa introduction niya.
Alam niyo, sabi siya, ba't ang dami niyang intro? Ang alam namin, isang magaling na aktor ang Jaime Fabregas. Pero not them knowing na ang dami niyo palang talent.
Pinagbigyan ako ng konti ng Diyos, ng talento. Siguro, nung pinanganak ako, baka iilan lang kaming pinagbigyan siguro. Biro. Actually, marami namang nakakaalam na nag-score din ako ng pelikula, musical scoring. Yeah, not only an actor. And then, konti siguro nakakaalam, except my very good friends. There was a time in the early 70s, kumakanta ako sa mga Indios Bravos, sa mga
folk houses.
Hobbit House,
folk
mga
houses,
ganyan,
yes,
around
yes.
Malate and Ermita. Naglalakad ako noon, bit-bit yung gitara, umiikot ako doon. And then I also had a band. I formed a band with 4 other really very good musicians. Para sa akin nga, mas natural yung music. Although I also started acting very young. Sinuwerte lang talaga na kung ano yung mga nasasayan akong gawin, yun yung nagbigay sa akin ng kabuhayan din.
You were 9 years old nung
When-
magsimula ka sa acting.
When I did my first operetta sa Naga Parochial School pa yon sa Naga
Okay.
City, I did my first operetta, Inspector General. After that, nung nag-transfer na ako sa Ateneo de Naga for high school, yung mga school plays, palagi akong sumasali. Tumuloy-tuloy yan hanggang dumating ako ng Lasal
More
for
on
college.
acting at that time.
More on acting.
Okay.
But I was also a member of the choir. I moved to college. Lumipat ako sa Lasal, dito sa Manila. And tuloy-tuloy ko pa rin kasi doon ko nakilala sila Peque Gallaga, Leo Martinez, you know, these people. Sila yung mga mentor noon ng Dramatics Guild. And I started working with them. So parang gano'n ang nangyari sa buhay ko na parang nagkakataon lang na tumutuloy-tuloy siya kahit na, alam mo yung course na kinuha ko sa Lasal was chemical engineering.
Oh, yun na nga eh.
Ang layo.
Kaya nga eh. Nag-board ka ba? Nag-board?
Hindi. Kasi alam mo
Oo.
nangyari yan. Pagdating ko sa 4th year, the 5-year course yan eh. Pagkatapos ko ng 4th year, alam mo, nagtatrabaho na ako noon para sa isang advertising agency. I was being trained as account executive. I was already doing plays. Meron na kaming ginawang mga TV shows ni Peque, yung Fabulous Gamboa Show, saka yung Keith Lee. Nag-co-MC ako sa kanya sa isang show called Changes. So in other words, marami na akong ginagawa along that line na parang naisip ko, bakit ako nasa chemical engineering? Anong connection?
Parang walang connection.
Oh, parang
no?
akong I was wasting my time. Although nagalit yung mother ko. Sabi ni mama, ay tapusin mo na nga yan. You just finish it 1 year na lang. Pero sabi ko, parang I was wasting my time when I could be doing something else more productive. So bumitaw ako on the
So
after the
hindi nyo na
fourth.
tinapos?
Hindi ko
Kanya 1
tinapos.
year to go na
Hindi ko
lang?
tinapos.
Sayang din
Oo.
naman.
Sayang, pero hindi alam kung sayang kasi hindi ko rin alam kung tinapos ko kung saan napunta yung buhay ko.
Correct.
Diba? Hindi rin natin alam. But I'm happy na the stuff that I enjoy doing, iyon ang nagbibigay sa akin ng kabuhayan. Yan ang nagpaaral sa mga anak ko. Alam mo, yan ang nakapagbili ng bahay. Aside from talent, I think luck has a lot to do with it.
Halos napagsabay mo ang acting at saka musika.
Yes.
Nauna lang ng konti yung acting
Oo,
school,
oo.
but at age 13, marunong ka ng mag-gitara.
That's when I picked up the guitar.
Oo.
May-
Pero wala kayong formal training.
Wala. Puros po ako uwido sa feel.
Pati yung pagtugtog ng piano, wala rin formal training.
Wala. Sabagay, mahina ako sa piano. I played
Okay.
the guitar more than the piano. Nung sinabi sa akin ni Abo noon, Jimmy, ikaw ang mag-music ang pelikula ko. Sabi ko, ano? Hindi ako marunong. I mean, nagsuscore ako noon ng mga documentaries sa Metro Magazine nga na sinasabi ko sa iyo kanina. No? Pero sabi ko, feature film, parang hindi ko kakuan. Sabi, hindi, kaya mo yan. So, lakas loob, ginawa ko. I composed the themes. Pero, naobliga akong kunin si Nonong Buencamino para i-arrange. Dahil at that time, wala pa mga MIDI. So,
Yes.
kailangan talagang mga musiko talaga yung tutugtog ng music mo. So, kailangan nakasulat. Si Nonong, malaking tulong din sa akin. So, that's why Nonong and I kind of worked in tandem for the longest time.
Hindi nyo in-entertain yung idea na pumasok sa music school?
Pumasok din, pero para sa akin, again, para sa ano, I mean, what for, really? You know, I mean, if I was doing already the stuff that I was doing, bakit kailangan ko pang bumalik? I didn't even know how to connect it.
Parang at that time, gusto mo lang talaga umarte, gusto mo lang kumanta, gusto mo lang mag-compose.
Gusto mag-compose. Malaking pasalamat na that became my livelihood.
Innate or natural talent
parang,
talaga.
Parang ganun po.
Yun,
Parang
talaga
ganun
kasi
lumabas.
imagine, wala kayong formal training, di ba?
Maski po sa acting, wala rin akong formal training. Pero still feel. I mean,
yes.
karamihan ng mga aktor ngayon, nag-aral ng theater arts.
Workshops.
Well, yung workshops, marami kaming workshop na ginawa ni Peke sa kanil Leo Martinez at that time. Marami kaming ginawa. Yung pa nga isa, kasi nung nag-graduate ako from Ateneo de Naga, I was 15 years old. Ang choices lang namin noon na available for college, yung medicine, yung law, yung engineering, yung accountancy, yung mga ganon. Walang nag-iisip noon na, uy, ano kaya mag-theater arts kaya tayo? Meron na yata noon sa UP, pero elective lang yata, hindi siya,
Yes.
So, kasi parang kumbaga, yung acting o yung music was just a hobby.
Correct.
Nobody looked at it as a career. Sayang nga, because maiiba siguro yung direksyon ng buhay ko kung, let's say, nakakuha ako ng formal training sa music.
Sa kwento nyo, talagang you were really inclined to be in this kind of business.
Ganun.
Kasi sa Lasal, nagkita-kita kayo ni na Direk Pecky Galiaga. So parang naging entry point mo pa rin lalo yon para may connection lahat.
Opo.
You were really destined.
Parang ganon.
Diba?
Parang ganon.
Diba? Sa gana, dito ka talaga mapupunta. Pero ang maganda sa'yo, bibihira kasi yung you can be a good actor or just an actor, pero wala yung musical inclination sa part mo. But in your case, combined. Musika at saka acting. Although they are both part of the arts. Pero ito, kaya mong pagsabayin.
They're two different art forms. So you can do both at the same time. Basta within the realm of the arts, pwede mong gawin. Pwede mo talaga
Actually, revelasyon ito kasi lahat ng nakakapanood sa'yo, ang alam lang nila, you are a good actor. Walang question about it. Yung ibang talent mo, hindi nila alam. You're a singer, composer at the same time. Hindi ka magiging musical scorer kung hindi ka rin nag-arrange. Nag-arrange ka na ba ngayon?
Well, konting-konti.
Ay, pina-arrange mo sa iba?
Konting-konti. Hindi, kasi nung dumating kasi yung MIDI, na tinatawag, yung MIDI interface, na computers na yung pwede ka na mag-record sa computer. Doon ako nag-umpisang mag-double into kind of arranging. Alam mo, yung gano'n. In other words, ako mismo gagawa nung bass, ako mismo gagawa nung piano, ako mismo gagawa nung sax, ako mismo gagawa nung strings, lahat yon. Malaking tulong sa akin ni Nonong noon. The advent of the technology, mas napadali.
At na-adapt nyo.
At nagamit ko talaga yun.
Yes. Anong mas matimbang sa inyo? Between music and of course, acting?
Ang music kasi para sa akin is a very personal thing. When I do my music, I play the best music when I'm alone. Nasa bahay ako, I love myself when I sing. When I'm alone. Pero patugtugin mo na ako sa harap ng mga tao, may nervyos ako. Basically for me, like I said, music is a very personal thing. While acting, you have to be with people. You have to be interacting with people and stuff like that. So yun naman ay iba namang sistema naman yun. So magkaiba sila in a sense, but I enjoy doing both.
At kaya nyo pagsabayin?
Kaya pagsabayin talaga.
Unknown din to many, yung pagiging award-winning nyo rin bilang isang musical scorer. Do you still remember ilang awards na nakuha nyo bilang best musical score?
Marami-rami rin.
Halos 20, mahigit.
Siguro, mga ganun.
Halos
siguro.
ganon.
Or maybe less. But babalik ko na naman doon sa swerte dahil I was lucky na I was able to work with directors like Peke, like Marilu Diaz-Abaya, like Ismael Bernal, like Lino Broca. So I was lucky na I was able to do that. And then FPJ, matagal din ako kay FPJ. Kumbaga, yun yung music life. But aside from that, nag-a-act din ako sa mga pelikula nila. Yun na nga yung sinasabi ko, parang pwede mo talagang pagsabayin eh. Kasi hindi naman sila nangyayaring at the same time. Ang pinakamahirap sa akin point kasi nung musical scoring was not the actual recording. The hardest part is the umpisa, yung pagko-compose. Ang tagal ko, araw, days. Kaya nga pag binibigay sa akin ng Sabado, tapos dapat matapos ko by Tuesday.
Nakaka-pressure naman yun.
Grabe.
Grabe ang pressure.
Grabe talaga, oo. Yun yung kind of pressure at that time. I don't know kung hanggang ngayon ganun pa, pero I don't think it's like that anymore. At least hindi yung ganun na Saturday to Tuesday ka lang bibigyan, magko-compose ka, magre-recording ka, ilalapat mo sa sound neg yung kasi nung araw.
At kailangan mo rin pag-aralan ang script ng gagawin mo namang pelikula o TV series.
No, yung pa, oo.
Oh, di ba?
Kasama pa
Grabe.
nun. But because you like what you're doing, hindi mo
Napapadali.
iniisip yun eh.
Parang napapadali, parang napapagaan.
Napapadala. Kasi mas
correct.
gusto mo yun eh. Pag maganda yung resulta, lalong enjoy. Maganda.
Alam mo, ang nakakatuwa sa'yo, ikaw ang musical scorer sa pelikulang Ang Probinsyano ni FPJ, right?
Opo.
1986. 40 years
23,
later, naulit ang FPJ sa telebisyon. This time naman, hindi na ikaw ang musical scorer, ikaw naman ang isang aktor.
Actor.
You see the connection pa rin?
Yes.
Parang wala na si Kuya Ran, and yet, Timo, parang pinagpapatuloy pa rin.
But I think one of the reasons why they casted me also in Provinciano is because of that connection with
I
Ronnie.
see. Okay.
Alam mo naman dito sa atin, mayroong tinatawag na swerte. Of course, nagpapasalamat ako. Ang isa pa nun, ginawa natin yun. 2015, I was already 65 years old. Sabi ko nga sa kanila, kinuha nila ako, anong role? Sabi ko, pare, kunya ka, colonel ka sa police. Sabi ko, hindi pwede.
Retired ka na eh. Supposed to be retired
54
na, diba?
ka ako ang retirement sa mga
okay.
pulis. 65 anyos na
Yes,
kako ko.
yes.
Ewan ko kung si Coco yun or one of the production people. Sabi niya, ay, kalimutan mo na yan, Jim. Wala namang pakialam yan diyang edad mo. Then I realized, yung unang-unang pelikulang ginawa ko with FPJ as an actor was a movie called Isa-Isa Lang. Nung kinuha ko noon, nung tinawagan nila ako noon to do that film, ang sabi nila sa akin, oh, Jimmy, sabi ni manager, hindi pa kami magkakilala nito ni FPJ. Hindi kami magkakilala. Siguro nakita niya naman ako kung saan. Ganun
Siguro
na naman
si
yun.
Susan Tagle
Pero
ang
ano man.
nagsabi sa'yo.
Hindi. Ang tumawag sa akin, si Putol, si Robert. Sabi niya, Jimmy, sabi ni manager, kung pwede ka raw lumabas sa pelikula niya. Sabi ko, ano yun? Excited ako, di ba? Sabi ko, ano yung role? Tatay ka ni Paquito Diaz. 12 years older sa akin si Paquito.
Yes. Oo.
So sabi ko, sandali ka ako, baka hindi ko kako magawa. Sabihin mo ako kay Mr. Po na sorry, pero kasi nakakahiya. First movie ko kako sa kanya, baka hindi umubra, di ba? Baka hindi ko
Hindi mo
magawa ng tama.
ma-justify, oo.
About a week, 2 weeks later, nagkaroon ng eleksyon sa Sampaguita for the Actors Guild. Nandoon si FPJ. Tinatawag niya ako. O, sabi niya sa akin, tinanggihan mo raw yung pelikula ko. Sabi ko, hindi naman, Mr. Po. Iniisip ko lang kasi yun na nga, baka hindi ko magawa ng tama. Nakakahiya ka ako, first movie ko with you. Gusto ko naman kako magkaroon naman ng marka, alam mo, yung gano'n. Sige. Tapos na, di ba? 2 days later, tawag na naman yung Robert. Ikaw daw talaga eh. Patay! So sabi ko, sige kako, kailangan ko ng prosthetics. Basta bigyan ng, sige, may prosthetics ka. Oo, mga ganyan.
Palalabasin kang matanda.
Dating ako sa first set, walang prosthetics. Pinutian lang yung buhok ko. Wala ko So, obligado ka talagang magmukhang matanda, alam mo. Yung
umarte ng matanda.
Alam ko ng konting lines, di ba yung ganyan. Pero, ibalik ko doon sa probinsyano yan. Nung kinuha nila ako na 65 to play a 54, naisip ko rin na, noong 34 ako eh.
Naging
I played
tatay.
a 64? Bakit hindi pwedeng baliktad?
Ang galing, no?
Bakit ka hindi pwedeng baliktad?
Ilang taon ka nung mag-asawa ka?
Mahirap yung asawa kasi I've had my first kid out of wedlock.
And
So, I was 22.
You're still young.
Oh, very young.
Very young pa
Very
rin.
young, very
Oo. But you have 3 kids dun sa first wife
Sa
mo.
first wife.
Okay.
Si Minko, si Lara, saka si Paolo.
Dun sa tatlo, lahat sila rin pumasok, nag-try ng showbiz, di ba?
Si Minko, actually, until last year, lumalabas-labas din siya sa mga shows sa ABS or sa GMA. Si Lara, of course, came out in
For
movies
some time,
of Mike
yes.
De Leon.
Oo.
And si Paolo, he started out doing plays. Nag-aral siya sa IS. He would do plays for IS, school plays actually. Pareho kami lumabas sa isang show ni Aramina na Super Clank. Hirap na hirap lang siya. Talagang hirap na hirap siya mag-Tagalog. Hirap na hirap siya mag-Tagalog. But he would do plays, all English plays. Then after that, nag-aral siya pumasok siya ulit sa Ateneo de Manila ng language yata or English or English Lit or something. When he finished that, he ended up working for an ad agency. So hindi niya na tinuloy yung pag-actor niya.
Ilan ang mga apo mo? You have 3 children dun sa first wife mo.
And second wife,
Sa
I have
second
4.
wife, we have 4. So, 7 lahat. Ilan ang mga apo mo? Okay.
4 kasi kay Lara eh. 2 kay Mateo, 2 kay Paolo, 1 kay Minko.
So, siyam ang grandchildren mo.
Siyam.
You have 2 daughters and 5 sons. Kanina sinabi nga natin, yung 3 kahit papano, nagmana rin sa'yo. Doon sa 4.
Music naman sila.
Music naman.
Music.
Wala talagang pumasok sa act.
Mahiyain sila. Itong 4 kong, except for the elder one, si Mateo. Pero mas into music sila than acting. Kaya sa bahay ngayon, dami namin instrumento. Nagbanda rin, may mga banda rin sila.
Na nagmana rin sa'yo.
Oo,
Nahabi na-
may mga banda rin sila. So.
But ikaw, saan mo talaga minana yung music talent mo?
My mother used to sing. But gaya nga na yung sinasabi ko, at a very young age kasi palagi may music sa bahay. Because not only my mother, but my father also loved music. So he would buy a lot of records and yung mga 78, may 45, yung ano, he would buy that and I would be listening to music all day sa bahay. I guess that's how it fell on me na
Nagka-interest ka.
Nagka-interest
Nagka-interest ka sa
Kaya
musika.
nung sinabi ko nga noon, when I was 13 na, may nakita akong banda kasi sa Naga na nagtumutugtog, nagustuhan ko. Sabi ko, yung galing ka ako. Siguro, sarap siguro ka ako tumugtog. Pinunta ako father ko. Sabi ko, pa, pabili naman ng gitara. O, sige. Yan. Diyan nag-uumpisa.
Ilan kayo magkakapatid?
Dalawa lang.
You're the second or
I'm the second. Yung isa medyo sumakabila na. But yeah, he's 3 years older than me.
Nagkaroon naman siya ng ilang anak?
Dalawa. Siya, isang asawa lang eh.
Are you friends with your ex-wife?
Oh, yes.
May sarili na rin siyang pamilya, di ba?
Meron. Yung nanay nila Lara, remarried to the guy who kasi nag-divorce kasi kami.
Yes.
Because yung nanay nila Lara, si Bing, is an American citizen. Ang batas natin dito sa Pinas, one of the spouses is a foreigner. Your divorce that you get outside is legal. And she remarried the guy who eventually became the Finnish ambassador to the Philippines. They wanted to bring the kids to the States with them. Kinausap ako ni Bing, sabi niya, Ilka and I want to bring the kids. So, sino ba naman ako? Di ba? What an opportunity yung magiging stepfather nyo, ambassador to the United Nations. Sipin mo ka ako yung dito
Opportunity.
Oo, iba. So, I let them go. So, they lived there for 3 years. They lived 3 years in Finland. Kaya itong anak ko, itong bunso, si Paolo, never learned Tagalog. Unlike Lara and Minko, na nung umalis sila, malaki na eh. Medyo natuto na silang mag-Tagalog eh.
Pero bumalik sila ng Pilipinas, si mga anak, including Paolo.
Yeah, they're all here. Si Minko at si Lara are both in Europe. Si Paolo is here and my other 4 kids.
So, kumusta naman silang magkakapatid?
Ay, mabuti.
So, they are close. They're really
sila.
close.
Oo, magkakasundo sila.
So, wala
Hindi
kayong
naman
problema.
ganun ka-close kasi nga, pero they get together and meron kaming Viber group, palagi nagkukumustahan, lalo na sila Lara kasi nga nasa abroad.
Kumusta kayo are you a doting grandfather to your 9,
No, I'm not a very good grandfather.
Ba't mo sinabi yun?
Ang nangyari kasi dyan is, ako for instance, I'm still working. I have not retired. I really don't have that much time. I'm in a new relationship now with...
Your second wife? Oh.
No, hindi. Third na.
Hindi ako updated. So, hiwalay na rin kayo dun sa second?
Oo, hiwalay na yung second. Tapos sa third, girlfriend ko to when we were both 15.
Parang childhood
In
sweetheart
Naga,
mo to.
yes. Her mom and my mom were very good friends. Every time she would come from abroad, she would visit my mother. So I would see her every once in a while. After I separated from my second wife, nagkita kami ulit, na-develop. So we've been together now for 20 years. So from 15 years old, nagbalikan kami, pareho na kaming 50 anyos.
She was married before?
Yes.
Okay.
Tapos nag-divorce din siya.
Oh, pero meron siyang kids.
Meron.
Ilan ang anak niya sa first husband
Sa
niya?
3.
How close are you to them?
2 of them, I'm okay. The other one is a bit
Medyo
may kunya o may kuha ng konti. Hindi naman sila yung galit or adamant. Hindi. They're nice. They're nice to me. Maganda naman ang relations.
That's very important. Kahit ano pa yung sabihin, lalo na yung pamilya eh.
Oo.
Pamilya. Regardless kung iba yung tatay, iba yung nanay.
Oo.
But when you're together, pamilya pa rin.
Yeah.
Diba?
Yeah, it's-
You've been in this business for over 6 decades.
Tanda ko na!
Siyempre, inabutan mo iba-ibang henerasyon.
Apo.
Konting kwento sa amin.
I just spoke sa commencement exercise sa Ateneo de Naga ng junior high school. Ang first thing that I told them was, I said, huwag kayong matakot na sumubok. Sometimes, sabi ko, a lot of us are scared to try something new because we are scared to fail. We're scared we might make a mistake. But it's failure and these mistakes that you make that really make you grow as a human being. You learn, you get to know yourself. So, sabi ko, don't be afraid to try something new because if you never try something new, you will never be able to do anything original.
Diba?
Yung sa akin, sabi sa akin ni Abu, siya yung director. Sabi, gawin mo Jim, kaya mo yun. Sabi ko, okay. Pagkatapos na sinuwerte ako na nakilala ko si Nonong, nagkatulungan.
Nonong Buen Camino po.
Sorry. Kung natakot ako, hindi ko sana nagawa yung Misteryo sa Tuwa. Hindi ko sana nagawa yung mga susunod na pelikula, yung Waway. Kasi yung second movie ko, yung first movie ko sa mainstream was the Rudy Fernandez film Waway, directed by Fike Cinco. Ang line producer was Charo Santos. Si Charo was the line producer also for the ECP, Experimental Cinema. The reason na kinuha niya ako to do the music for Waway was because of the music of Misteryo sa Tuwa. Nagustuhan niya yung trabaho ko ron. Kaya sabi niya, ikaw ang kukunin for Waway. So, kung hindi ko ginawa yon, wala yung Waway. Kung yung hindi ko ginawa, wala yung Scorpio Nights ni Peke, wala yung Virgin Forest, wala yung sa kabila ng lahat ni Lino,
Ang dami.
wala yung... In other words, maraming sana akong hindi nagawa. Kung natakot ako nung umpisa. So yun ang palaging sinasabi ko, hindi mo alam kasi. Kung ginawa ko yun at nag-fail, o di, okay lang. Wala rin yung trabaho yun. Pero sana, kung hindi ko ginawa, lalong wala.
Nabanggit mo kasi si Charo Santos. Of course, si Charo, at that time, she was a producer.
Yes, she used to do line producing.
Yeah. This time naman, she's co-starring with you sa Batang Quiapo. Di ba? At parang kalab team mo siya doon ngayon.
Sabi nila.
Di ba?
Ipagdinding daw.
Did you ever imagine na magkakaroon ka pa ng kalab team sa television at this stage? Di ba?
Definitely not.
In fairness, kinakagat ng publiko. Pwede pala, posible. But is this the first time you worked with Charo?
As an actress, yes, I think.
Oh
yeah,
yes,
the
first time.
yeah.
Balikan ko kanina yung sinasabi na nakikita mo yung connection.
Oo nga.
Di ba?
Ayan, oo.
Di mo talaga alam, pero may connection.
Everything talaga is,
diba?
sabi ko nga, the reason I got the Provinciano work was because of my connection with FPJ. The reason I'm getting this job now is because of my connection now with Coco. And kumbaga, lumalawak yung kuwan ko.
And in fact, I think napanood ka lang before Batang Quiapo, katatapos mo lang ng isang serye.
Lin lang.
Isa pa yung napaka-remarkable din ang performance ng lahat. Ang gaganda ng mga proyekto mo. Anong sikreto ng Jaime Fabregas?
Actually, yung napag-aralan ko kasi sa stage dati na pag binibigyan ka ng role, usually sasabihin sa'yo, gaya nung kay FPJ, tatay ka ni Paquito Diaz. Unang-una, wala na sa liwa na lahat kasi imposible in real life. But if you put yourself in that role and you say, okay, so I'm 40 years older than I am now, what would I be like? Bibigyan mo yung sarili mo ng past.
China-challenge mo rin ang sarili mo.
Bibigyan mo yung sarili mo ng past. Naniniwala kasi ako na whatever we are now is because of everything that's happened to us. So pag wala kang past, hindi magiging totoo yung pagkatao mo ngayon. Minsan ganyan sa kuwan nga, pag kausapin mo yung writer dahil siya yung bumuo ng karakter mo, kakausapin ko sila, saan ako galing? Saan galing si Facundo? Anak mayaman ba yan? Hindi sir. Naghirap kayo, ganyan. Okay, bigay mo sa akin lahat yan, and stuff like that. Kasi kailangan ko yan para maging totoong tao. Yung
so, saka mo ini-immerse yung character na gagampanan mo?
Yun natutunan ko talaga noong pa yan.
Kumuha
kayo ng notebook. Hindi ako nang bibiro. Kumuha kayo ng notebook, tapos isulat nyo doon, ano sa akala ninyo yung past mo. Sabi kasi nila, kapag sinulat mo, papasok yan sa utak mo.
Out of the so many movies na nagawa mo, ano ang tumatak ng gusto sa puso mo?
Well, Rizal. Kasi unang-una yung preparation namin for that was immense. Alam mo ba na si Marilu, binigyan kami ng lectures, no? Binigyan kami ng mga libro para basahin. Pinatrain pa kami ng fencing. Sabi ko kay Marilu, wala naman sa script na may fencing. Why are we learning to fence? Because of the way you should carry yourself. Alright, makes sense, di ba? I mean,
yes.
We had Spanish coach.
Coach.
From the Instituto Cervantes. Tapos tagal yun. Even before we started shooting, I think mga 3 or 4 months before yun, ginagawa na namin.
Ang tagal na preparation. And one of the most expensive movies, if not...
Well, yes, at that time,
yes.
Although, may mga fun akong roles. Like yung sa Here Comes the Bride. That was a fun role. I don't know if you saw that movie. Marami rin akong nagawa na hindi ko naman gusto.
hindi may iwasan yan. Actually, it's also part of growing up as an actor, di ba? Kailangan mo pagdaanan lahat. Not necessarily dahil gusto mo, kasi binigay sa'yo.
Ayaw ko nang panoorin kuminsan yung mga performance ko. Kasi I'm my own worst critic.
Okay.
Kapag, naku, pangit mo. Mapapaganan talaga ako. Mali ginawa mo. Ganun.
Kung i-rewind ang buhay mo, anong parte doon ang gusto mong balikan?
Yung pagka-graduate ko siguro sa high school, siguro kung iniba ko yung direksyon ko, pinasukan ko talaga yung arts directly, right away. I might have a completely different life now. But I don't know if I'll be as pleasant as I am now. But even then, sabi ko, yung mga nangyari sa akin in between, they're all learning points. Parang hindi na kailangan sigurong balikan yung mga ganon kasi feeling ko hindi naman makakatulong na. It's not gonna help me anymore where I am today. I mean, I made a lot of mistakes. But again, it also led me to where I am now. In my old age, I'm happy. And I'm friends with my exes. My kids are friends with each other.
That's the most important,
my friends
diba?
are,
Yes.
So, sa tingin ko, if I had to do my life over again, Yun lang siguro yun, yung direksyon yun. Pero ganun pa rin ang gagawin ko. Tingin ko, wala akong gustong palitan.
You entertain the idea na gusto mong mag-direct balang araw?
Yes.
What's holding you?
I started directing already actually, pero mainly documentaries. Kasi nga, in 1977 nga, I joined this group, Metro Magazine, which was headed by Marita Manuel.
Ang Woman Today before.
Oo,
yeah,
gagam yun.
editor,
Oo.
yes.
Actually, yun yung episode ng buhay ko where I was able to learn filmmaking per se. Because imbes na pumunta ako sa formal school for film, hindi. Pumunta ako sa Metro Magazine, natuto akong magsulat ng script, natuto akong mag-edit, natuto akong mag-score, natuto akong mag-shoot.
Parang
natuto
one-stop
akong
shop,
mag-direct.
oo.
Oo, one-stop shop talaga yun. Oo. Pati nga camera, natuto akong gumamit ng mga Bell and Howell na ganun pa yun. Ganyan eh. That was the essence of that group. All of the people who worked there were multitaskers. The best training ground for me, better than going to school.
Maraming taon mong nakatrabaho si Coco Martin. How would you describe him?
He improvises a lot. And I like it in a sense, when you improvise, your creative processes are working. Kung tutuusin, meron siyang creative team, but I think most of the stuff galing kay Coco. Siya talaga yung iniisip niya. I mean, he directs. He's almost like an FPJ. As a matter of fact, he's beginning to look like FPJ.
Yes. Totoo yun. I agree with you. How do you want to be remembered?
As a person who treated everybody equal. Walang pinili, walang pinipili, whether maliit o malaki. Fair. I mean, a person who was always fair all his life. Forget the awards. I mean, you know, the awards, wala yun. Hindi naman, I don't do things in order to win. I do things because I like doing it. You know, so a regular guy who was fair with everyone. Ang hirap ng mga questions mo, nakakaasar. Ikaw kaya tanungin ko, how would you like to be remembered after all
As
of this?
Aster Amoyo. Diba? Kasi isa lang ang Jaime Fabregas, diba? Yung message nyo
Oh
sa
my God.
inyong napakaraming tagahanga.
Well, alam nyo, maraming salamat po sa suporta ninyong lahat. At maraming salamat na hanggang ngayon po, sinusuportahan nyo pa rin ako kahit nakalbo na ako. Sana po, tuloy pa rin nyo pong suportahan ang industriya ng pelikulang Pilipino at ng telebisyon. Marami pong mga taong nabubuhay sa industriyang yan na nakakapagbigay saya sa inyong lahat at sa ating lahat. So, sana po ipagpatuloy niyo po yung pagtangkilik ninyo sa mga gawang Pinoy, lalo na films and television.
Maraming salamat.
Maraming
for
salamat
this-
din, Asta.
For this opportunity.
Thank you very much.
Hanggang sa
everyone.
ulitin. And of course, kayo mga kaibigan, maraming salamat po sa inyong patuloy na pagsubaybay. Maraming salamat to Pandan Asian Cafe. Thank you so much, Alvin Dennis, and of course, Roland Everbelena. Hello Glow. Nutritech. Thank you so much, Josh De La Luna. Beauty Derm. Eres Beauty Care. Aficionado by Joel Cruz. Richie's Kitchen by Richie Ang. Doc Rob's Wellness Supplements. Mesa Tomas Morato. Nesta Stili Salon for My Hair and Makeup. Gandang Ricky Reyes. Asia Slashes. Mosview from Japan. Tokyo Grill at Tomas Morato. Shinagawa Diagnostic and Preventive Care. Shinagawa LASIK and Aesthetics. Manila Bulletin. Sugar White by Sugar Mercado. The Red Meat by Chef John. Maraming salamat. Vanilla Skin Clinic at Robinson's Magnolia. Coloretti Clothing for my clothes. Studio Manila. Huwag niyo pong kakaligtaan mag-subscribe, like, share, and hit the bell icon of TikTok with Aster Amoyo. Every Friday po yan. Hanggang sa muli mga kaibigan. Dito lamang po sa TikTok with Aster Amoyo. Bye for now, and God bless us all.